Hi viewers, welcome to Shaker's Bio Factory for NEAT Sexual Reproduction in Flowering Plants with Biotic Pollinating Agents. If you like this video, subscribe my channel and click on bell icon to get notifications. Like, follow and share my videos to your students and friends to get more information in biology related to NEET and other national state level competitive exams. In this video, I am going to explain various biotic pollinating agents which are helpful in pollination. Pollination is an important event in sexual reproduction. It leads to the production of fruits and seeds. Generally, fruits are the food source to us, and seeds are necessary for the production of more progeny during sexual reproduction. At the time of pollination, both plant and pollinators are get benefited mutually. The end products of this pollination is seeds. These seeds are necessary for the production of more number of plants in next generation. At the time of this pollination, some of the living organisms like insects, birds and other animals, they helps to transfer the pollen grains from one flower to another flower, especially from anther to stigmatic surface. Such type of pollinators are called biotic pollinating agents. By taking some examples, bees, butterflies, flies, beetles, wasps, ants, moths, some of the birds like sunbird and hummingbird, along with bats are the common biotic pollinating agents. In these insects, especially honeybees, are the dominating pollinating agents in sexual reproduction. One most important point for honeybees, generally, honeybees are colorblind to red color, so that these are never attracted towards red color flowers, so that they can attract towards yellow color flowers, and it carries yellow color pollen grains on the surface of its body. During this biotic pollination, some of the primates like lemurs, arboreal rodents, these are called tree dwellings. Even some reptiles like gecko lizard and garden lizards, these are helpful to perform pollination in plants very rarely. Based on these different type of biotic pollinations we can observe. In these, the first type of biotic pollination is entomophily. In entomophily, insects helps to transfer the pollen grains from anther to stigma. Such pollination is called entomophily. The flowers which perform this entomophily, such flowers are called entomophilous flowers. In these entomophilous flowers, insects are the dominant pollinating agents in flowering plants. The plants which perform this entomophily, most of the plants are ornamental in nature. In these ornamental plants, they can utilize a maximum energy during this pollination because the flowers at the time of entomophily, they undergoes many modifications and adaptations to attract insects, so that they can utilize maximum energy during entomophily pollination. This insect pollination, it is the most crucial process in gardens because some of the insects like bees, butterflies, wasps, generally they fly from one flower to another flower to collect nectar. At the time of this process, these insects can transfer pollen grains from one flower to another flower to perform pollination. After completion of this pollination, seeds and fruits are developed as a end products. To perform this entomophilous pollination, some of the plants they undergoes a special modifications or adaptations to attract insects. Now, we discuss some of the important adaptations in entomophilous flowers to attract insects. In majority of entomophilous flowers, generally the flowers are large in size with different colors. Along with that, flower secretes fragrance. This fragrance helps to attract insect. The most important adaptation is the flowers, with the help of nectar glands present at the base of the flower, it secretes a sweet substance. It is called nectar. This nectar it is given to the insects as a floral reward at the time of pollination. In some of the plants, the flowers are very small in size and inconspicuous. In such conditions, all the small flowerets they becomes into a large inflorescence and it become conspicuous. When it becomes into large flower, it can easily attract insects during pollination. With the help of a single pollinating agents, many flowers gets pollination. It is the advantage. Some of the animals, these are attracted toward the flowers with the help of their color and fragrance. Especially some of the flies and beetles. These are attracted toward the flower when the flower secretes foul odors to attract these animals. At the time of insect pollination, the nectar and pollen grains these are given to the insect by flower as a floral rewards. In some of the species, the flower rewards are provided to the insects in the form of a safe place to lay its eggs. Some most important characters of entomophilous flowers to attract insects. These entomophilous flowers having nectar glands to secrete nectar it is given to insects. The stigma of such flowers it is generally sticky in nature. When insects deposit this pollen grain on stigma, they can easily attach to surface of stigma. The pollen grains which are produced from this flower, these are sticky in nature and spiky. Because of this sticky nature, the pollen grains can easily coated on the surface of insects. In these flowers, the petals are bright in color to attract insects. In, in entomophilous flowers, the stamens are generally present inside of the flower. When the insect visits the flower, they enters into the flower to collect nectar. At this time, stamens can transfer its pollen grains to the surface of its body. These are the some important characters of entomophilous flowers. During this pollination, both insects and plants are benefited with the help of a relation. This relation is important in entomophily pollination. For example, some of the species like Amorphophallus, it is the tallest flower having 6 feet height. This flower it provide a safe place to the insects to lay their eggs. It is considered as one of the adaptation in such plants. One most important relation it is observed in between yucca plant and Pronuba moth during insect pollination. In this relationship, yucca plant it have obligate symbiotic relation with Pronuba moth. In such conditions, The pollination in yucca plant it is takes place by only Pronuba moth because both the plant and insects both are depends on each other. At the time of pollination, they perform co-evolution in between them with help of a connection with each other. Yucca moth, especially Pronuba moth, it play an important role to survive both yucca plant and Pronuba moth. If any one of the partner is lost, both plant and insects are affected in this relationship. During this, the relationship between Pronuba moth and yucca plant it is called obligate mutualism. Without each other, they never survive. Moth and yucca plant both are benefited mutually. At the time of its pollination, the moth it visits the flower, especially the locules of ovary, to lay their eggs. The locules of this ovary it provides suitable conditions to eggs to becomes into their larvas. After completion of laying eggs, very same night when the yucca flower it is open and bloom in such conditions, yucca plant it provide a safe place to the moth. With the help of that safe conditions, the female moth it break out from cocoon, and when the flower is open, the insects are released from the flower. They can move around the flower. This is one of the relation. Coming to next method of insect pollination, that is zoophilus. In zoophily, the pollination it is carried out by animals. It is called zoophily. Generally, zoophilus flowers are large in size and attractive in nature. So, it having a maximum number of nectar glands. This nectar is provided to animals. Such type of biotic pollinating method is called zoophily. The second method of biotic pollination that is ornithophily. In ornithophily, the entire pollination process takes place by birds. It is called ornithophily. In such conditions, in birds we can observe some special characters to perform this pollination. In this, the birds usually these are small in size and having a long beak to insert its beak inside the flower. Some of the birds like sunbird and hummingbirds frequently perform pollination in some plants like bambox that is called red silk cotton, bignonia and butea monosperma plants. These are example for ornithophily. The next method of biotic pollination is chiropterophily. In chiropterophily, bats it play an important role in pollination. In such conditions, the flowers which perform this chiropterophily, these flowers are dull in color with strong fermenting or fruity odorous, abundant nectar along with pollen grains. Example for chiropterophily, Adenonia and Bauhinia are example for chiropterophily pollination. The next method is myrmecophily. In some plants, the pollination is takes place by termites and ants. Such pollination is called myrmecophily. Some example for myrmecophily that is Prosopis julifera along with various acacia or Mimosaideaceae members. In some of the families, some of the members of Rubiaceae family, these are also example for myrmecophily. The next method is malacophily or mammal malmacophily. In such pollination, the pollen grains are transferred by snails. Example, in most of the members Araceae family, they perform such pollination. In Arismeae or cobra plant, rarely pollination takes place by snakes. It is called ophiophily. In some plants like Erythrina, that is called coral tree, plants are frequently visited by crows and squirrels. At this time, it performs pollination. So one of the most important thing, at the time of biotic pollination, the pollen or nectar robbers we can observe. These are nothing but some of the animals, insects, birds, they remove nectar from flower, from outside of the flower without causing pollination. Such type of agents are called pollen or nectar robbers. One most important thing, after dark, moth and bats takes less pollination, they are shifted to night. But all moths, pollinators, they never perform pollination during the time. The flowers which perform pollination during night, these are called nocturnal flowers. Nocturnal flowers, these are generally pale or white in color with heavy fragrance to attract various biotic pollinating agents. They have dilute nectar to attract insects during night time. Such night pollinating flowers are called nocturnal flowers. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, subscribe my channel, like my videos and share my videos to your students and friends.